On this channel, we often explore the weird, creepy things that go bump in the night. But what about 100% real scary encounters caught on camera in the middle of a nice sunny day of fishing? There were actually so many scary fishing moments that I decided to do 10. So here are the top 10 scary fishing videos caught on camera. Seafood. Now you might be wondering if this is supposed to be a top 10 list of scary fishing videos, then why is the first video about divers? Well, these two men who are diving off the coast of Central California aren't fishing, but something in the water is.
You're gonna have to do more to clean that wetsuit.
The two men come just a little too close to being an accidental lunch for a couple of humpback whales chasing a school of fish. It's not a petting zoo. When you're fishing and a group of sharks start swarming around your boat, the first rule is don't try to pet the shark.
Jimmy Touche, what he's yeah, boy. I wish I'd have got that on film. Man. That nearly dragged me.
Don't pet the shark. It's not a puppy. Got your nose. In this fishing video, a man is sticking his head underwater and yanking fish out of the mudbed with his bare hands. But something goes wrong. Now there's some debate online as to whether this video is real, or whether the man actually just put the living snake on his nose himself. Well, I say if he let an actual water snake bite onto his nose that hard, while his buddy yanked and pulled on it, then he wins. That's real enough for me. We can even see the snake swim away at the end, so there's no doubt that it's a real snake. It's not a petting zoo, part 2. Because of YouTube's new stricter content rules, I have to say before this video, this woman was not seriously hurt in any way. So, when you're out fishing and a group of sharks start swarming around your boat, the second rule is, don't hand feed the sharks. One right behind you. Luckily, Melissa Browning only received a bad cut on her finger from this scary encounter with a nurse shark. One right behind you. And she seems to have learned her lesson.
Be mindful of your surroundings and don't feed sharks.
By the way, I just wanted to point out in this video, there's a guy who might be the worst man ever to have around in a crisis situation. And that's this guy. This guy not only doesn't drop his drink to help, but he doesn't even spill a drop as he just sits there watching that woman flail around with the sharks. Don't go in the water. This is a very quick and simple lesson as to why you don't want to fish or go into the water in some areas of the Amazon. This is what a piranha feeding frenzy looks like.
Vai fazer uma demonstração que é as piranhas aqui do rio. Dá uma olhada, a quantidade. Vai começar com ele, vai levantar ali, tem que uma ideia. Vamos hoje, o que é isso aqui? Dá uma olhada. Dá uma olhada. Agora tem piranha?
Não é história de pescador, não.
Agora beleza. Olha a quantidade. Se uma pessoa cair aqui dentro, nós vamos fazer mais outra demonstração aqui, pessoal.
Piranha will eat other fish, they'll eat red meat, and they'll even eat each other. Piranha attacks on humans are rare, but do occur. The fish usually attack the hands or feet, and a large piranha can actually bite off a finger or toe with their sharp, powerful teeth. Tag, you're it. Now, this guy isn't technically fishing, but again, something else in the water is. And in yet another shark lesson, we learn, don't ever chase a giant shark on a jet ski. The shark took a little nibble out of the jet ski, but the lucky rider was unharmed and hopefully learned a lesson. If you chase a giant shark, it will chase you back. Unintentional aggression. Despite what you might see in movies, the anaconda snakes of South America will not usually attack a human being, unless they feel threatened. But sometimes that threat isn't intentional. This fisherman is just taking his boat out along the shore.
Sucurima! Caraca!
Olha lá, velho.
Then there's the polar opposite, like these guys who are out fishing and decide to beat on brush in an area where they think a giant anaconda is hiding.
Tá filmando, tô filmando. Olha só o tamanho, cara. Olha o tamanho, cara.
Não, ela não. Ela não ataca, não. Já faca aqui.
Olha só o tamanho. Olha aqui, cara.
Funciona o motor.
Caralho, olha.
Funciona o motor.
Olha só, velho.
Olha só, funciona o motor. Pra trás, pra trás. Ela vai virar o barco, pra trás.
Olha só, cara.
Funciona o motor, rapaz.
Olha só.
Puxa o rolador,
Caralho,
volta.
meu.
Volta pra cá, vem pra baixo.
Olha só, meu.
Ela não tá conseguindo afundar, pô.
Apparently, once the giant angry serpent decides to come out to meet them, their bravery seems to fade. The worst joke ever. Somewhere in China, a bunch of fishermen are doing some ice fishing on a frozen pond. But things soon go very wrong.
Oi.
Now, I'm not sure what's more disturbing in this video, the men falling through the ice into freezing water while they desperately cling to the edges and try to avoid death, or the reaction of the other fishermen who just seem to giddily scream and laugh at them while they struggle for their lives. I don't know what's up with that. Revenge from the sea. Kevin Favor and Brad Deckard are fishing off the coast of Florida. While Kevin is trying to reel in his catch, they get an unexpected visitor.
Wow, that's something big. You see that big flash of silver? Did you see that? Yes, I did. That was like activity or something, man. Oh! Look out, it's a cuda. You okay, Bill? Bill, just get away from him, man. Holy crap. He's still filming. Dude. Oh my God. Can you reach the gap, Kevin, just to keep him off of us?
Now, if you're wondering why two very experienced fishermen are so afraid of a fish, then let me introduce you to the 40-pound giant barracuda. This species is known for its powerful jaws, aggressive behavior, and razor-sharp teeth. And even if you could get past all that, barracuda can't even be eaten because they're usually poisonous. It's just all bad.
That was like activity or something, man. Oh! Look out, it's a cuda. You okay, Bill? Bill, just get away from him, man. Holy crap. He's still filming. Dude. Oh my God. Can you reach the gap, Kevin, just to keep him off of us?
Otter rescue. Now, this next story isn't exactly frightening to humans, but it does involve a very justifiably terrified sea otter. Dusty Harpole was out fishing in Alaska's Tutka Bay when he came upon two killer whales swimming together. For some reason, they seemed to be circling the area. He soon discovered what was going on. The two killer whales were stalking a mother sea otter and her pup. Unfortunately, the hungry whales had already gotten her pup. Now the mama otter was desperately trying to escape as the whales hunted her too. The quick-thinking otter swims straight for Dusty's boat and hops on board to hide.
That's what she's wanting to do. I don't blame her. She just went up. Oh, there she is. She's on. Oh, yeah. Come on, Mama. Come on up here. We'll go for a little ride. You want to go for a little ride? Let's see. Come on, you can come up here.
The killer whales swim right by, unaware that the mama otter has made her escape to the boat above. Dusty cranks up his engine and speeds the mama otter away to safety. After she was safe, and a truly heartbreaking piece of video, the mother otter begins crying out for her lost pup, who will never return.